Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oliver Springs football, where tonight the Oliver Springs Bobcats will be taking on AAA Scott Highlanders. Captains for tonight will be Eric Lane, Lucas Collins, and Aaron Long. And here come the Bobcats. Well, we thought. Here come the cheerleaders anyways. How about the kid with the hair? I mean, they just... Phil, we're bringing Phil Powell again. Phil, last week, huge victory for the Bobcats. Emotional victory. How do you think the Bobcats, will they be mentally ready after that emotional high last week?
You would think after a big win like that they would be excited tonight, get in here and play some football, but coach seemed a little down about their attitude early on before the game and was looking to fire them up. As they look a little more fired up now coming out here.
Coach probably did a little chewing in there. We want to report an injury. Tony Hirsch broke his foot in two places, I think. There are two bones in the top of his foot, and we'll be out 6 weeks. So a big blow for the Bobcats. Kenny Bain, we know, has played some fullback. He's going to have to step up for the Bobcats, but let's hope Tony will wish him a speedy recovery. Well, we'll be back in just 1 minute for the kickoff. We're already back now. Scott County will receive the kickoff. Back deep. Number 1. Chad Kenny. And number 9, Dustin Jeffers. Scott County 1 and 2. Beat Cofield 28-7 in the first game of the season. Lost to a tough Campbell County, a 5A school, 18-12. And lost last week to a good Lenore City team, 47-32. I think they've scored 72 points and given up 72. So, pretty even. So Simpson to kick off. It's a nice cool evening as we are underway. Gets off a line drive kick. And the ball is fumbled by number 9 as he gets hit right before it hits the 20. Dustin Jeffers tackled by a host of Bobcats. He had a little trouble with that line drive, and Bobcats were able to stop him just before the 20. So again, field position. Bobcats start out in good shape. It looks like it is Tim Carroll at defensive end, Lucas Collins, Travis Robinson, Bean linebacker, Aaron Long. They're going to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Tremendous pressure. Bean in there first, and Robinson got him for the loss. Good coverage by the Bobcats secondary. Loss of about 6 on the play, maybe 7. Bring up 2nd and 18. Good pressure by the Bobcats again. We want to thank Jeff Patty, ladies and gentlemen. He does a great job. He's got us a little monitor here so we can see the ball game better. So if you see him, thank him. He's really done a lot for the Oliver Springs program. Little off tackle, got a couple. 42 Kenny Bain, who is Tony's replacement in there on the tackle. Number 7, I believe that was Joey Zachary. Zachary's a good ball player. He's a good. We watched him against Caulfield. So bring up 3rd and 15. Just under 11 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And as I mentioned, it's starting to get cooler, so it's football weather. 2 is the quarterback, Ryan Keaton. There's a pitch, and it will be taken by 8. The Bobcats recovered. A big turnover. Not quite sure who came up with that, but great job by the Bobcats as they smelled it out beautifully. And Phil, again, defensive sets the tone.
Just like last week, they had a big stop early on, and although they didn't get the turnover, this week they do, and looking to punch it in already. Great opportunity for him here on Friday 13th. Anything could happen.
Okay, thanks. We're getting some information here. Chuck Jones, it'll be first and goal, Bobcats. Eric, up the middle, breaks the tackle, dragging. Gets him about 4 or 5 yards. Again, power. As he went up, not much room to work with for the Bobcats here, just down in goal line, so, but good surge by the Bobcats. Phil, Ryan Keaton looked a lot like his brother Alex P. Keaton on that.
I tell you what, we knew they were going to come out and try to establish a game with Eric Miller. They thought that Scott would be a little soft in the middle and they could get some yards that way.
Oh, it's second and goal from the 2. Oh, contact made. Chuck doing a good job of a long cadence, drawing them off sides, and it should work for about a yard. Yep. So Scott County coming out making a couple of mistakes early. Look, just under 10 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Green and McCarter split left. Bain and Miller in the backfield. Eric to the goal line. So to bring up 3rd and inches. Jeff Salyer coming in with the play. McCarter coming out. Probably an extra lineman in there to get this extra yard. I mean, they are right on the goal line. Maybe even a quarterback sneak here, but we'll see. Touchdown Miller as he was hit, and that power as he surged into the end zone as the Bobcats take an early 6-0 lead.
Great start for the Bobcats. Just what we needed to get underway. Once again, they go to the running game the whole drive. Had a little trouble running on the drive up the middle there.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're going to have some success on the outside, but when it's first and goal into 8, it's tough. But they buckled down and got into the end zone. Simpson on for the extra point. Green the hold. Oh, beautiful. And the Bobcats lead 7-0 with 8:43 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back. We rolling? All right, back loose and drum as the Bobcats take 3 plays to go 8 yards on the turnover. And a great defensive job for the Bobcats. In fact, into negative yardage already. And another good boot. It's going to be right at the goal line. It's going to be number 9 for Scott County coming out of there. And got a good return up to the 30. I think McCarter was down there hanging on to his leg, or Bain, one of the two. There's both Bain and McCarter in there on the stop. Good call. Yeah, the wishbone. Jeffers again on the carry. So a little bit better field position for the Scott County. The 33 will be first and 10, trailing 7-0. Keaton. Followed by Zachary, and again, back to pass, complete. So a good 12-yard gain. That time he had time. Pass complete to 13, Travis Stanley. So that time he had a little more time to throw. Good play by Scott County. Will be first and 10. 28, and he is going to be met by a host of Bobcats. And again, you're not able to run up the middle. Tim Carroll was there. He made the initial hit, and then Norton and company and McCarter and Lucas Collins came in there. All the assists on the tackle. Again, a loss of 1 or 2. So far, the Bobcats defense really playing good. Let's go ahead and set that for you. Bain is on the defensive line. 54, Lucas Collins. 74, Travis Robinson. 16, Brad Carter's in there. 77, Jeff Sallier. And he's going to be sacked. Great play, 54, Lucas Collins. Was hit, kept his balance, and made a big sack for another loss of about 10 yards. It's going to be up 3rd and 22. And right now, Phil, the Scott County offense going in reverse.
Just like last week, the defensive line getting a lot of penetration early on, making it a lot easier on those defensive backs.
Exactly. Good job. Good coverage by 86 is Tim Carroll. Excuse me, 81's Airplane. Airplane's been in there on some good stops. 9 is Eric Norton. 47, McCarter. They say we'll give it to Zachary, and he'll get a couple, but not much. Tackled by 55, Aaron Long, and 42, Kenny Bain. Bain in a lot of stops. So. Good job of the Bobcats on defense. And right now, Phil, about -16 for Scott County in 2 drives. Jonathan Green again back deep. He did it once last week. It's a good kick, line drive. Jonathan Green will make the catch, cut back, break a tackle, come up the middle, fumble the football. And Scott County recovered. So number 4 recovers, Sean Shadone. So Sedone, excuse me. Big play for the Scott County Highlanders. Green fumbled it last week. So the defense backs against the wall on a turnover by the Bobcats. 1st and 10, Scott from about the 35. Oh, and a misdirection, and Bain is just all over the place tonight.
Bain and Long both just all over it tonight. That's exactly what they need out of him coming in replacing Hirsch.
Exactly, and just Scott County, they lose running and they're losing passing. I mean, the fake didn't work at all. They faked it to Zachary, and Bain just all over it. Bobcats fighting to the box beautifully. Again, a handoff, and he falls forward for about 3 yards. Good job, 74, Robinson, Collins. You know the names in there to stop him. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13. We're about 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. You're definitely in 4-down territory here for Scott County, so I'll look for a trick play or some type to try and get this Bobcat defense up. And it's going to be offsides on no more negative yards. Scott County just right now looks confused, Phil.
Yeah, the other 10 guys didn't know the count there. They didn't snap the ball, and that's going to send them back even further.
So the Bobcats. It's going to be 3rd and about 17. Back to pass, incomplete, as it went just to the fingertips of the intended receiver. Number 4, Keaton to Sean Shadone, incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 4th down, probably go for it. Well, they're sending in the punt team. I think that's a good call, try and pin Oliver Springs deep.
Well, last time they punted, they got the big turnover, and it's not worth taking a risk here after getting the turnover. You might as well get something out of it, pin him back there. And also, Keaton's looked good. He's just not getting the time back there to throw the ball.
Exactly. But, you know, Phil, that play was only, and he tried to kick it, and it's going to be shanked, and the Bobcats are going to get decent field position out of this. Should have probably gone for it.
He went out about the 18.
So only net about 20 yards on, not even that. So the Bobcats deep, 1st and 10. Let's see what they do with the little room. Jones in at quarterback. This is 4:34 left to go, leading 7-0. Green will come out to the left, Chuck Jones left, Carroll to the right. Miller and Bain. Scott County a little off the line of scrimmage this week as Harriman played them. And a good play to start out with a pass, and it's Carroll. Getting up to about, so a gain of about 4. Good play by the Bobcats to mix it up. I like that, I like it. Good safe pass. It's going to be 2nd and about 8. But good job of the Bobcats to mix it up a little. Jones under center. Miller and Bain behind him. Miller up the middle, stopped by 74. Anthony Bowling.
Hits a strike on that one.
Yeah. Good play by the Scott County defensive line. Miller gained about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and a 6. So let's see what Coach Johnson is on 3rd. Didn't have this much last week. Scott County seems to have a pretty good interior line on defense. Jones on a end route. Great job of Green holding on, and he looks to have the 1st down. Great play, Phyllis. It looked like he had contact early.
He did get contact early, and it was great concentration by him to hold on to that ball and make sure he's at the marker for the 1st down.
Oliver Springs 2 for 2 so far tonight passing, and looks to me like they're having some success, and that could open up the run.
Well, Jones looked sharp last week, even though he only threw 3 passes. He's done better since the 1st game. I think the running game's taken a lot of pressure off of him.
Yeah, he's connected on his 4 of his last 5, so passing game for all, and that could be huge playing Alcoa or Webb, who really key on the run if we can open up with a pass. So far, good job by the Bobcats being versatile.
And you know Green can break, and he had the big 40-yarder first week.
Yeah, maybe too much time again. Late game.
Silly penalty. That's not what you need after that big play.
Yeah, 1st and 15. So gonna be 1st and 10 from the 25. So the Bobcats, again, too much time. It's one of their main problems so far this year. Subdued crowd tonight. It was so loud, and it was a home game last week. I mean, we had all the fan support. It's just great. But a little quiet after last week's victory. Want to remind you that there will be no show tonight. Y'all probably already know that. And there's going to be another penalty. So both teams really playing sloppily tonight, Phil.
Well, the bad thing about this is they're showing a lot of lack of concentration here and enthusiasm. And that bothered Coach before the game. And even though they got the early lead, it's not what you need.
Exactly. It's going to be 1st and 20. So maybe more passing situation to Jones. And Jones has had some time back there, so good job by the offensive line. They've dug themselves into a little hole, but they got 3 downs to work tonight. So Miller and Bain in the backfield. McCarter and Green split out to Chucks. It's going to be a draw. Eric will break a tackle, break for more, but then Scott, good pursuit. Probably picked up about 3 or 4 on the play. Good call by Coach Johnson. Coming up 2nd and about 18. Only 2 minutes left to go. 2nd and 17. Picked up 3 on the play. Carroll and Green. Oh, Chuck overthrew him. He was intending it for Green, but overthrown everybody on that play.
And Green was open, but just a little too tall.
Yeah, he had good time. He was getting a little pressure, but it's okay, not intercepted, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 17. So far, Bobcat offense not putting up as good. Having a little bit more trouble this game, but hopefully this game wears on, they'll be able to. Screen set up, but it's going to be a little too hauled. Chuck rushed his throw a little bit. It was open, but just a little overthrown.
Not enough time to develop. He just got a little excited there. But they weren't going to pick up 17 yards in that play anyway.
But Bobcats throwing the football a little more this week. It's going to bring up 4th and 17. And Norton was punting very good earlier. Dustin Jeffers back deep for the Scott Highlanders. Excuse me, they're not Scott County anymore. As it's going to be a good kick. It's going to get a nice roll. Jeffers will pick it up. And Lane and Green beautifully there to stop him. There's no gain. So that'll be about 40 yards on the punt. And Scott County will take over 1st and 10. So the Bobcats defensively playing great, offensively struggling a little, but they are throwing the football, which is good. It gives them practice. I think that play Chuck should have just sold it out just a little bit more and let his blockers get out there. But the defense, let's see what they can do. It's 1st and 10. Hit immediately. Bobcats just all over the running game of Scott County. 54, Collins. 55, Long, and 81, Carroll. Just almost in there to get the handoff. So bring up 2nd and 11 or 12 for Scott County. It looked like they're going to be passing. 3 receivers out in the pattern. Flag down. It's going to be complete to Zachary. Enough for the 1st down, but I think there was offsides against Scott County.
Yeah, it looked like someone jumped early or illegal motion 1.
So a lot of offsides calls. So it's going to bring them back, and it's going to be 2nd and 16. So right now, Scott County just unable to really do much. And both teams look sluggish tonight on offense. The time the Bobcats had Carroll was applying, or excuse me, Lane, 81's Lane, is applying a little pressure. But when he's got time, Keaton's completed the pass. So the Bobcats So Keaton will bring him up to 28. Carroll and Zachary in the backfield. And they're going to run a draw and have some success with it. And knocked out of bounds by Norton. So good offensive play as the draw worked. Picked up about 20 on the play.
Michael Jeffers there showed a lot of speed getting around that corner. And that's really been the big downfall for the Bobcats this season, letting them get outside and around the corner.
It looks like they lost containment, and the Bobcats shaking up on the play. So we'll be back in just 1 minute. All right, back with you. Norton shaking up, but running off under his own power. So Scott County got about 20 yards on the play. As Carroll will move to safety for Norton. Looks like they're going to try and throw the ball again. Zachary, the lone, or Carroll, the lone setback. Almost lost, but Jeffers will Keaton will keep it and pick up good yardage as he broke some tackles.
Almost fumbled it, but picked up a good 8. So Scott County starting to move the ball. Bring up second and timeout. They're going to measure. Going to be short by about a yard. So it's going to be second and 1. Probably the last play of the quarter here. Scott County on the line in a hurry. Will they get the snap off? Yes. As 28 will get about 2 yards. So enough for the first down as the first quarter comes to a close. Oliver Springs 7, Scott County nothing. Brent Kahrs with Phil Powell and Jeff Petty. We'll be right back. Back with you. First and 10 Scott County. Oliver Springs leading 7-0, and except for 2 plays of about 30 yards for Scott County. That's all they've got, but a little bit more than Oliver Springs, but both teams have looked sluggish. Keaton, the quarterback, 28, is Hembry. Not bad, not Carroll. Zachary will get it and break a couple tags and gain about 3 or 4 on the play. Good job by the defense. Long on the tackle. It's going to bring up second and 7. Just starting the second quarter. And the Highlanders knocking on the door. He's going to pass, and it's going to be incomplete as he overthrew his intended receiver, 84. Dustin Washington just overthrew him, but he was getting pressure. So the Bobcats that time getting good penetration. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Big play for Scott County. Again, back to pass. Gonna scramble and not get much. Good job by 77. Jeff Salyer. It's gonna bring up 4th and 5. So probably go for it, but we'll wait and see. Long 4th and 5 along 6, or short 6. They will go for it.
Bobcats need to stop here, try to get back on track. They look a little down tonight. They just don't seem enthused. Is it because it's Friday the 13th?
Yeah, that's right. We forgot to mention it is the 13th, so I hope you got on your lucky underwear today, folks. Oh, you see, Keaton, they're going to throw a middle screen, and it's going to be complete. Flags are down. So hold everything. Oh, no flag. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Deep inside Bobcat territory. Good call by Scott County. Let's see what the Bobcats can do. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. Scott County, 21, touchdown. So Scott County comes back with a good drive to Todd 12 to get a touchdown and cut it to 7-6. So it will be Stephen Mayfield in to attempt the extra point. The kick is good, and we've got a tie ball game with 10:06 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Back with you. Scott County tying the score, 7-7, 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Kickoff is going to come to Norton. With a good start. Has a hole, has a big hole. He's going to come around to the right side. He will be dragged out by the kicker in the 40, so a big play for the Bobcats. But there's a flag down. Clipping, so it's going to be a bad break for the Bobcats. So the Bobcats right now need to get something going. It's going to be 15-yard penalty. It's going to be right outside the 20, so a big penalty again. Scott County's winning the field position battle right now. So the Bobcats just right now are really hurting themselves. So here we go. Norton in it tailed. Norton and Miller are split. Pitch. Norton to the outside, has a hole, but slips after a gain of about 2 or 3. It looks to be a personal foul, face mask against Scott County. So we get that clipping a little bit back. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35. And some breathing room for the offense. So coach swinging to the tee. Giving a lot of looks. Passing. So the 1st and 10 Bobcats from the 36. Norton and Miller again. Split. Carroll and Green are. It's a counter. Miller has a hole, has a big hole. Running, cuts back. He's got one man to beat, and he will be brought down inside the 20 after a gain of about 40.
We've been waiting all night for that, Brent.
A little misdirection, and nobody from Scott County picked it up, and the Bobcats get their first big play of the evening.
Eric Miller doing it well, represents the Bobcats. He was raised in Oliver Springs.
Ready or not, here we come. You can't hide. So the Bobcats, maybe that'll be the spark. A good run by Miller. That'll definitely put them over 500 for the season, so we're just in game 3. Jones on an option. Picks up a couple. Good job showing different looks right now for the Bobcats. But down deep, Zachary brought him down, brought Miller down, saved the touchdown. Timeout's going to be asked for Oliver Springs. So with 8:34 left to go in the second quarter, we got 7-7. We'll be right back. Back with you. 8.5 minutes left to go. Bobcats tied 7-7 but driving. 2nd down and 8. Right at about the 15. This is crunch time. The Bobcats need to get a touchdown. Miller and Norton split. He wants Green. Touchdown! Beautiful play, the crossing pattern. Green open, and he has come up big tonight.
Green has just got a great set of hands on him. Holding the ball great tonight, and a beautiful pass along. Offensive line giving just enough time.
Yeah, perfect strike for Jones. He led him perfectly, and the Bobcats strike back, Phil, and that's the good thing. They gave up the touchdown, come back, score. So that kind of shows a lot, you know, for the Bobcats to bring it down and score.
Well, Eric Miller Key, the big run was a big play for him and got this offense back on track.
Yeah, Phil, I'd say we got about 80 yards passing, about 40. 80 yards running, and about 40 passing. So a good mix. That's going to be blocked. And that could hurt. So Bobcats lead 13-7 with 8:28 left to go in the second quarter. Let's get a couple touchdowns so that doesn't matter. And Scott County running to the other side. We changed quarters. Running for us. Jeffers deep to get Simpson kick. Beautiful pass, 15-yard touchdown pass from Jones, and he needed that. Green, 2 receptions. So Jones really starting to look good passing. So tonight, 2 touchdowns scored, 1 by Miller. Miller's shaking up a little bit on the sidelines. We'll check that for you. Looks many, but he looks all right. Good kick, deep kick. As Jeffers will get it. Bring it up and be brought down by 77, Jeff Sallier. Good play, Jeff. So Scott County will have it deep in their territory, about the 20. Bobcat defense go back to work. So the Bobcats need to get defensive stand right here. Offense starting to move the ball. He's going to go back to pass. It's going to be complete. And it's a pickup of about 10 on the play. So it'll be a first down, 12 on the play. So it'll be first down Scott County. As Bean was coming on the blitz, they picked it up. To Stanley, made McCarter on the tackle. So Scott County having some luck now passing. Is there now? It looks like they're going to go passing. They're bringing 3 receivers. A little hitch to the tight end, and 2 passes and seem to be working for Scott County. As he just threw a little hitch to 84, Dustin Washam, and it's first and 10 from the 49. Back into the eye. Hey, as he picked up about 17, so Scott County really both teams starting to really assert themselves offensively. Passing games open up the running game for both teams. First and 10 from the 30, so 3 quick 13 yards, 20 yards, and 15 more, and Scott County back down knocking on the door. Fullback straight up the middle. Pick up get down to about the 15, so the Bobcats right now really confused on defense.
Bobcats are stunned right now. I think they're off balance. They just don't know what to expect out of this Scott Highlanders team.
Yeah, they look so good, but now they don't know whether they're passing or running, so. There's a pitch to the outside. Nothing. Stop. Beautifully strung out by the Oliver Springs defense. McCarter and Salyer strung it up nicely. Picked up 2, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. Bobcats need a big defensive stand as Scott High has moved down the field briskly. 2nd and 8 for Scott County. Hit immediately. Picked up about a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 7. Zachary on the carry, brought down by Bain. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. Probably going to pass it this down. Bobcats looking for that defensive stand. Back to pass, quick drop, thrown, touchdown. Same play that the Bobcats scored on, Scott County uses. To 13, Travis Stanley, and they've tied it up and they're trying for their first lead of the evening. So right now, a good ball game. Just like last year. Overtime, victory for the Bobcats. Blocked for the Bobcats. So a big play as Bain, I believe it was, came in, towering in, and the ball game stays tied.
Big block by Bean on that play, and that's a big momentum shift there because they were losing the lead there. It was in jeopardy.
But they don't. And the Bobcats go back on offense. Eric Miller was shaken up a little, but looks to be okay. And we'll be right back with 5:17 left, 13-13. Back with you, 5:17 left to go, 13-13. Took about 3 minutes for Scott to move downfield, passing effectively against the Bobcats. Nice little squib kick. Carmichael will just fall on it. So they're giving the Bobcats good field position.
The temper's flaring out there a little right now. Bean got into it with someone. Miller, who was shaken up, has his right knee taped, so we'll keep an eye on that, see how he does running.
So here come the Bobcats. Good field position. Good job by Gary Carmichael to just gather the ball and fall on it. That's a hard line drive. Bobcats have plenty of time in this half. Maybe they're going to stick it in and they get the ball at the half. So let's see what we can do. They've moved back into the pitch as a counter. And Eric will pick up about 5 on the counter. Good job.
Good run there by Eric. They're having a little trouble getting the offense in gear tonight, but if they mix it up a little just like Scott is, they could get this thing going.
Moving the ball a little better. So to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Bobcats. Bain and Miller back in the Carroll and Green. As Bain and Jones collided, he gets a couple. Bring up 3rd and 4. Right now, Scott County seems to be winning the battle of the trenches. Bobcats need to buckle down. 3rd and 5. McCarter in, Green in. Jones will bring him up. McCarter will go in motion. Quick slant, Green. Close, real close. It looks to be maybe a little short, but we'll see. Good job again by the Bobcats. And Green picking up nicely, passing the football. An inch. 4th and an inch. They're going to go for it.
And yes, they are going to go for it. And I think it's a good decision by Coach Johnson here because they need to get something going.
So they need an inch. You can't get an inch, you're probably not going to win the football game. So let's see. Here we go. This could be a big play in this ball game. Coach moving into the power up, moving Salyer back. As a fullback. Here we go. Chuck will surge behind that offensive line to pick up the first down. So both teams successful on 4th down conversions.
Nice little trick play there by Coach Johnson. Goes to the power line, make them look like they're going to power run it, and Jones on the keeper.
Picked up about 2 on the play. So the Bobcats keep the clock rolling and the chains moving, approaching midfield. Going down to about 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. Gets served by the offensive line. Miller and Bain. It'll be Miller. Breaks a couple tackles and picks up about 4 or 5. Good job by Miller.
That's the way he ran last week and got him Player of the Week honors.
Yes, and we want to congratulate him on that. Voted Player of the Week in the state for the AA. Bobcats now starting to pick up some momentum and moving the ball, trying to wear down that Scott County team as they are inching closer. We got a pitch to Miller. He'll have a hole, cut in, and pick up about 4 more. So it's going to bring up about 3rd and 2.
Good run by Miller there. The offensive line's starting to get off the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, bring up 3rd. Coach probably go for it. If they don't make it. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Ball resting on the 45. Good job by the Bobcats to assert themselves and not trying to get into a scoring affair. 2 minutes left to go in second quarter. Of course, they can pick up a first down. Could be a same as last week, another field goal try. But we'd like to get it in the end zone. Again, another counter. He's got a hole. Hit, breaks the tackle. It took some hits, but picked up about 10 on the play, Phil.
Great run by Miller. Just power football right there by the Bobcats. And they are in good field position right now, even though the clock is winding down.
Miller shaking up. Scott County hitting them pretty good, but first down, approaching a minute and a half. Timeout's going to be asked for. So with 1:36 left to go in the second quarter, 13-13, but the Bobcats driving. Back with you, 1:36 left to go. Bobcats tied with Scott, 13-13 inside the 35. 1st and 10, 1 timeout remaining, so. And the Bobcats moving to the Gator offense, we'll call it. 4 wide receiver package. And a little draw. And good play, picks up about 5 yards. So the Bobcats just showing all kind of formations. Both teams really showing a lot. Bobcats hurry it up. Second and 5. Good pickup for Miller as the Bobcats kept the ball. 4 minutes so far in this drive. They'll do it again. This time they'll throw. John, complete. Oh, incomplete as it hit the ground. Green been the hot receiver. Just a good throw, but just a little underthrown. You want to keep it away from the defensive back. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats. I'd like to see him pick this up and get even closer into field goal range.
He can hit one from here, but you'd like to see him getting closer and even put this one in the end zone.
Yeah, let's see if we can bust one here. Scott's been out there a good 4 minutes on defense of the Bobcats. Have really stemmed the momentum as they will line up once again, and they will throw. Good play. Eric slips but keeps his tracks, gets hit, and picks up the first down, Phil, on a good play by Chuck Jones. As he looked to be sacked, dumped it to Miller, and Miller
just a safety valve on that play. Looks like he was back there for blocking purposes, but great balance by him to keep his footing and get to the first down.
Or close. It looks like we're going to have a measurement. Oh, good play by the Bobcats. First down, Bobcats. 47.8 seconds left to go in the half. First down. From here, it would be a 40-yard field goal, roughly, so a little shorter than last week, but you take a couple shots at the end zone right here. He will. He's got Green, but just overthrew him. Good job. You don't lose the ball, and you take a shot at the end zone. Green was there, but just overload a little bit. Jones really showing some maturity so far.
I like what we're seeing out of Jones tonight. I like the wrinkles in offense they put in. It's something we haven't seen out of the Bobcats this year, looking to throw long over the middle.
And just missed him. So the Bobcats, 33 seconds left. They have enough for probably 2 more plays.
They still have 1 timeout.
Yeah, 1 timeout. I guess they use a timeout for the measurement. So on a delay, Eric will break a tackle and break another tackle. I thought the football came loose, but it didn't. And the Bobcats will spend their last timeout. I say you go 1 more play, Phil. You can always, it's 3rd down. You have to throw it and complete it. But I say you give it a shot.
Even if you throw it here and don't get in, but you get the first down, the clock stop long enough to move the chains, and then you throw the ball down and kick the field goal.
Yeah, I say you maybe look for a little 8-yard out, and if it's not there, throw it away. And you'll be attempting, right out of 40-yarder, maybe just under. Which, if it's clean, it could be done, but I say you take a shot at the end zone.
Well, you take the shot if it's there, but if you can get the first down and get in closer range for Simpson, then that's good too.
Miller really showing has been hit hard, but this drive really showed it. Last 2 drives really taking the initiative and taking it on his shoulders to move the ball when it's not there, which is big for the Bobcats. And Jones, great play. He didn't have much to do. He did a great job in not fumbling last week and keeping the team, but this week he is becoming a leader of this team and making the good plays. And again, the Bobcats will try, send 3 receivers. He's got him. Complete touchdown as the Bobcats again. Beautiful play. Chuck Jones hit Eric Carroll beautifully. Norton, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Norton on the touchdown. And the Bobcats probably they're going for 1. Good call. With 20.7 seconds left to go in the half.
Offensive line doing great, giving Chuck the time to throw it, and he's just putting the ball on the numbers tonight.
A huge momentum builder as they score. And it hasn't been easy, but they've managed to get it in the end zone, Phil, and that's a big confidence for this whole offense. And that time he got pressure, but he got it through. So big job from
for Simpson as the Bobcats lead with 20.7 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Still, that was a 5-minute drive. They took over with 5:17, moved the ball, and really a great job of mixing it up. I mean, just Jones and Miller and showing that the Bobcats have more than Miller, which is big.
Especially tonight because Miller's taking some hits and he's a little shaken up and he could use the break because they counted on him a lot last week and he worked a lot. And Chuck Jones, really impressive tonight.
Norton, it was Norton. Norton, that was a 22-yard touchdown pass to go along with a 15. So the Bobcats have some passing yards, which is huge and look good. Chuck's had the time and thrown. It was a beautiful strike. Both teams, I thought this would be more of a defensive struggle. Last year it was only 10-9. This year it's already 20-13, but you don't want to give them anything to return. Just a squibber. And he will send it deep, so there will be a return. Actually, there won't be. 13-9. Jeffers and Stanley, a mix-up. Stanley thought Jeffers was going to get it, but Jeffers thought Stanley was going to get it, and it rolled into the end zone for an automatic touchback. So 20 seconds left. Will Scott try and get something or just be content and run up the clock?
If anything, they'll try to throw one deep here, but I think that the Bobcats go in the locker room up a touchdown and big break on the kickoff there. I got it, you got it.
Yeah, but the end zone got it. So the Bobcats. I mean, that's just really impressive tonight because, you know, after the big emotional win, and he will go down to one knee, and that will be the last play of the first half with the score. Oliver Springs 20, Scott 13. We'll be back in the second half with statistics and more action as Brent Kahrs, Jeff Patty, and the great Phil Powell. See you in just a few minutes. Scores of other interest. Lenore City 14, Fort Harriman 12. Oh, a huge. Harris Maynard is beating Rockwood. Oh. Powell's up 17-12. Sweetwater was ahead 21-7 against Kingston. Yeah, Rockwood with a huge. Horace Maynard hasn't won a game, so interesting there. But they're not looking good. But Sweetwater's looking pretty good. So, and Lenore City, Harriman. They play tough. They play Kingston tough, and they're playing Lenore City real tough. But we just took it to them. So, and the Bobcats, you can tell they are just not playing with the same emotion, but are leading the football game. That's a sign of a good football team. Not be at your best and still win. Just a pretty good Scott County team. I hope we're on. As Oliver Springs will receive the kick, we'll see Green and Carroll and Norton backbeat. I'll look for maybe another squibber by Scott County. So the Bobcats need to be on their feet here and not let don't want any mistakes. They've got the lead, they've got the advantage. Don't forget about the cow patty contest coming up, so we can play in Florida. So Scott County getting ready to kick off. Here we go. As they squib it, and Green will pick it and come across field, break a tackle, fall forward, get up to about the 33. So good field position. Gathered himself, picked up about 10 on that. So the Bobcats will start off good field position. 1st and 10. Great job by the band. getting everybody fired up. We're into week 3. Bobcats 1-1, 1-0 in the district. And it's football weather. Cool, nice, brisk tonight. Jones under center, Bain and Miller in the backfield. And the new discovered passing attack. But we'll start off with Miller. And Powell will move forward for probably about 3 yards. 3 yards, close to 4. But good job by the Bobcats. Oh, it is 4. So good job by the offensive line to surge for 4. You gotta remember the Bobcats had the ball the last 5 minutes pretty much of the first half. And start off with it on the second half. So another good long drive would be real big for the Bobcats. 2nd and 6. Jones under center. His team leading 20-13. Will come on a pitch. Miller will cut it back, break a tackle, run into his own man, and pick up about 10 yards. Scott County, as you can hear, saying the clip, but nothing called. And a good game by Miller as the 2 receivers came and sailed off, and Eric was able to pick up about 10 yards. So 1st and 10 Bobcats just near midfield. The offense really starting to assert themselves. Eric had 85 yards in the first half, and we had 70 passing. So big job by the Bobcats. Good job. 7 for 10 for 70 yards, which is huge. Scott County showing a lot of men. Bain will pick up about 3, get in just to Bobcat territory. So the Bobcats will have it 2nd and 8. Winding down to about 10 minutes left to go in 3rd quarter. Your Bobcats leading 20-13. Brent Kahrs, Phil Powell, and Jeff Petty here tonight. I want to remind you this replay will be shown at 2, as is every Saturday. And the show will be back next Friday night, 11:30. We probably won't have much because we'll just be getting back to our night, but we will get what we can. Again, another pitch to Miller. Flag down. We'll see what this is. It was thrown in the backfield. It's going to be against the Bobcats, it looks like. Holding against the Bobcats. So it's going to bring up 2nd. This is a spot foul. It'll be 2nd and 15. Let's hear from Phil Powell over the second half.
Big holding penalty there, setting them back, but they looked pretty sharp coming out here in the second half, starting out. Silly penalties all night long.
Actually, Coach mentioned the penalties last week, and they again have come back to hurt them. But it's 2nd and 15 for the Bobcats. We'll run Miller. Break outside and brought down from behind as the hole was starting to open up. He's brought down from behind and get back to about the original line, so bring up 3rd and 10. Rolling down to about 9 minutes left. So the Bobcats have had the ball 3 minutes. Need to convert on this 3rd and 10. This is 3rd and 11, just a little over 10. And the passing game has worked. Scott County has dropped. Well, now they're going to come up and play tight. As he will throw, getting some pressure. It's going to be intercepted as Zachary stepped in front of the Jones pass. Lane was open, but Zachary stepped in front of it beautifully. It's hard to throw across your body like that.
Tough pass, and it looked good, but good coverage there by Zachary.
Jones. So the Bobcats start out after moving the football. That penalty came back to hurt them. And now a turnover. Let's see what the defense can do. Haven't been out there in a while. And they try counter, and nothing. In fact, thrown for a loss, 77 and 81 lane, as they start out just as they did in the first half. And a big loss, about 4 yards on the play.
Sawyer's been in there a lot tonight. He's making good penetration.
It looks like they're just doing like they did, just getting down, not worrying about the fakes, keeping their eye on the ball carrier. There's Jeff Salyer there. Good job of the defensive line tonight. So it's going to be 2nd and 14. My guess is we're going to see a pass. He is going to pass. And it's going to be picked off. Michael McCarter, as Chris Zachary intercepted one and he throws one. So he is what we'll call a neutron because he was not a factor in that last couple of. I'm sorry, I had a big biology test this week. I had to split out that a little bit. He didn't eat enough of his carbohydrates. But Phil, big turnover for the Bobcats.
Your man, Michael McCarter, that's 2 weeks in a row. He's just playing great coverage out there on the wide receivers, and good job by him to stay with the man, even though they did pitch it to the halfback there.
It looked like he had him beat at first, but good catch-up speed by McCarter. Was in position. Good job for him to hold on, not drop the football, give the Bobcats back possession, 1st and 10. So here comes Miller on the outside. Breaks the tackle and falls forward for about 8 yards, 9 yards. So Miller, they're having some success on the outside. I believe it will climb up over the 100-yard mark. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Good run by Miller. I'd like to see him get the ball on the outside and try and make something happen. The last thing they need right here is another turnover. They'd like them to take their time, avoid the silly penalties so they don't have to throw the ball and do what they want to do.
Exactly. They look like they're running the football. And Phil, if you got to remember, they had the ball pretty much all the last 5 minutes and about 4 minutes here in the second half. So, I mean, that defense has got to be getting out and getting to counter. Norton hit, and there's a flag. So another flag for the Bobcat.
Once again, that flag can't get away from it tonight. But I'll tell you what, good job by Norton, even though they had the backfield cut off to fall ahead and get the first down.
Holding again, so the Bobcats. It's only going to bring up a 2nd and 11, but still, we had it 2nd and 1.
A lot of penalties tonight. They just don't look sharp.
And Coach, you know, will be working these guys this week on their fundamentals. Actually, it's 2nd and 9, so. And the clock is moving, so the Bobcats, but they need to get a score. Pitch to Miller. Breaks, stringing it out, and brought down for no gain. Good play by Scott County to drag it out, so it's going to make up 3rd and 9. 3rd and 8. He gained a couple on that. So not a bad situation. Let's see what the Bobcats come up with.
I'd like to see the draw play here, Brent.
Exactly. I think Scott's tired. Except for the penalties, we've moved the ball good in the second half, but we're just killing ourselves as we approach halfway mark to the 3rd quarter. Scott, Chuck will turn the corner, pick up about 5, but not enough for the first down. A good job for him to keep it and pick up some yardage. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Bobcats will have to punt it away. But again, the Bobcats have kept the ball pretty much almost 6 minutes in the half.
Sure, like an offsides.
Yeah, offsides or roughing the punter or something like that. But we got to execute. The Bobcats now just need to execute. Fake punt still in there, but they're deep in their territory. As he will angle it away. Good punt, good punt. As Jeffers will pick it up. Spin away, fumbles the football. Bobcats have recovered. Jeffers trying to do something spectacular, got hit. The ball squirted free, and the Bobcats recovered. And the Bobcats shaking up just a little on the play. It was Chris Taylor, but he's up. And the offense will take a good fourth down call by Coach.
It's just like he drew it up. Andrew Craze with the crazy play. He's there again. He's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. These guys are really getting a lot of play from a lot of guys. And Coach Johnson, I want to bring up a point. Coach said last week in the interview, if you did not hear, that the second team is really working hard in practice, making it tough so the offense can do things and see what will work as they're going to pass. And it's Norton open. He's going to make the catch. And did he score? Knocked out of bounds at the 1 yard line. Beautiful play, Bobcat. Chuck Jones. I'll tell you what, maybe you better check. Is that Joe Montana?
I tell you what, that great throw by Jones, but we can't say nothing about the play Eric Norton just made on that to turn himself around and still keep good concentration, pull that ball in.
He was double covered, and just got down. We're going to have to watch the monitor here.
If Jones is Montana, that makes him Rice.
Yeah, Rice. Timeout, Bobcats. So they had to burn a timeout, but if we score. But that is big, Phil, because that was right after the turnover, the Bobcats came out. Good job by Coach to give them something, about a 40-yard pass, which will give them 110 on the evening. And that's huge. If you can get 150 yards passing, you're a good offense. You're a good high school team.
I agree with you completely. These days in football, you don't see the high schools throw the ball as much as they do in college or pro level. It's a lot more running, a lot of option quarterback type stuff. And Chuck Jones throwing the ball good tonight.
Exactly. He's just a junior, so he is really coming in. He had that one interception, but hard at the level to see the safety. He was running under pressure. It was a good throw, just a good play by number 7. So it's going to be, we'll watch it. Miller, did he get it? Yes. Give them 6. Touchdown, Oliver Springs, as they take a 26-13 lead, and Mr. Simpson will come on to attempt the extra point. We've had some adventures with it tonight, but so dagger. Scott County holds off an Oliver Spring penalty, Phil. We punt the football. Jeffers tries to make a spectacular play, loses football, picked up by the Bobcats, and 2 plays and they're in the end zone.
It's always great when the team can convert the turnover into points, and there's the extra point. It's good, and now they're up 14, and that's big because they took a lot of time off the clock too. When you take off the time and put one in, that's some good.
The Bobcats have had the ball 6 minutes in this half, so I think Scott County has had three offensive plays, and it's hard to win when you only have 3 offensive plays, and they've got to be getting tired. And now we should see him start teeing off on Phil. I think it's time to visit Subway again. Maybe a Alex P. Keaton special this week. But we'll see. The Bobcats. Simpson, a booming kick. That looks to be out at the 1. Jeffers. Oh, and a good block. Good block, but he did return out to the 35, but the Bobcats stop him. That was number 1, Chad Kinney, showing some good speed. Chad's the fastest guy, but he has fumble problems. So the Bobcats now with a 14-point lead. 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Big drive. We need to stop. You know, you see Scott County pass, so. And they will. and he's getting some pressure. Hit and incomplete. Good job. 77. There's a flag, maybe holding. That was a good play by 77. Jeff saw it. He would have dropped back in coverage and be. Personal foul against Scott County. So right now, Phil, Scott County's come out 2 fumbles and a big penalty here, and really backing himself into a wall.
Yeah, the 2 turnovers there, the interception right off and then the fumble and now the penalties, they look like they're making some sloppy ball play, just like we had early on in the game.
And you can't say enough about this Bobcat team. They've had some penalties, they've overcome them. They have made their plays. They didn't wait for them like sometimes the team does when they're not coming off a big win. They've made them, and now it's 2nd and 25 for Scott County. So we'll drop back to pass. As he's throwing it, it's going to be incomplete as Zachary came out and ran a little hitch. Good play, but just to the arms. That time he got good possession. It's going to be 2nd and 25. So evidently Zachary, one of their main guys, coming out of the backfield that time, he's got to be getting tired. He's running routes, playing defense. Their best player, Phil.
And he was wide open in that play. It looks like they're pulling their wide receivers in, and he's coming out of the backfield, and he's just wide open outside.
Yeah, the linebackers, as they will run a little draw. Pick up about 12, but still 3rd and a good 12 to go. So big play here for the Bobcats. They're gonna, I hear a screen.
Watch the screen.
3rd and 14.
We can hear Coach all the way up here in the booth.
Firing up, taking a while to get into the play. It's probably going to be close. You're going to have to get this off. I'm looking for a screen. Incomplete. He was open. Carroll and Norton came over to help as the ball just slipped through Forrest's hands. Should have. It would have been a pretty tough catch, but he had his hands on it. And the Bobcats, it's 4th and long. 4 minutes left to go. Scott County needing a break. Green back there. Good job of Coach showing a little confidence in the young man. It's a bad snap. Oh, broken up by, is that him? Is that him? It's him. My man, Michael McCarter. Great job for him to cover it. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Bobcats. And again, Scott County's just come out in the second half and self-destructed.
They have it. A big break for our defense, getting back on track and helping out our offense, making a short field, quick trip to the end zone.
And again, Phil, except for the 2 drives, the Bobcats defense looking sharp. Haven't given up much, if anything. In fact, nothing in the second half. So good job when it's on the line. And let's see if we can put this thing in the end zone. That time a little trouble with the snap and only a yard. That was Carmichael in there at fullback.
They've been using Carmichael a little bit more, and with the injury to Hirsch, they're going to have to get some other guys in there. Bain can't play both ways the whole game. That's tiring any young man out. So
good job by the Bobcats. That's Clark running again, and Phil, I think Scott County's only had 7 offensive plays this happened. And the Bobcats will go to the power off. So let's see what's going on here. Miller will go ahead for about 4. Remember, they lost the yard, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, maybe a short 8. But you're in field goal range.
field goal here would pretty much put them at about 3 scores. But you want the touchdown. The field goal, they've been very close to blocking, so you might not want to take a chance. But it's 3rd and 8. Bobcats will go to the power eye. Bain and Salyer in the backfield. Behind them, Norton. Chuck gets away. Oh, should be a late hit. That should have been a late hit as Chuck went down and somebody.
Jones on the carry.
As he lost.
Tackle by Keaton.
We're going to punt.
The Bobcats, 3rd and 10 from the 32. Looks like they will go for it. They can throw the ball. I like the call. You don't want to give up a cheap touchdown on the block, so. 4th and 10 in the Bobcats.
Wide open.
Jones. Oh, he had him streaking down the sideline, Carroll, and it just slipped through his fingertip. Oh, great throw by Jones as he got hit, and he was open.
Let his feet just a little bit early there.
Oh, good play, the Bobcat. Jones looking great. That would have been a big play. But again, Phil, more time run off the clock, and the defense needs to step up one more time here. Scott will take over. Quarterback keeper. We'll get a couple. Good job. There's a flag down, and it's going to be a clip.
Yeah, that was obvious right in front of the ref. We're going to back him up there.
Holding. And again, Scott County. They dodged the bullet. Carroll jumped just a little too soon. Carroll in for Craze. So it's going to bring up 1st and 15. So again, they put themselves in a situation. So clock rolling, down to about a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 15 for the Highlanders. Oh, good play. Good play by 81 Eric Lane. In there and really put the pressure on and lost, looks like 10 more yards. And again, I mean, Scott County, nothing in the 1st and 3rd quarters.
No, the Highlanders have no highlights. More like the Lowlanders here in the 2nd half.
Exactly. 2nd and 25, close to it. So the Bobcats, remember, they need to look for Zachary. Carroll's come in at safety to give Norton the rest. Norton's shaking up, on, it looks like, on the sideline. That time they had the screen set up. Zachary has it and will break it. Screen that the Bobcats had defensed, and they'll break it for a touchdown.
Looking for a flag, couldn't find one.
So the Bobcats give up their first big play.
You know, Aaron Long stayed at home on that screen. He's looking for it, but Scott caught up in the block in there and couldn't get to him.
So the Bobcats find themselves leading only by 8. With just a little bit left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Big momentum shift there too, Brad.
I think they're going to go for 2. They are. Yeah, this is big. And they score, so it's 27-21. with the fourth quarter left. So a big play for Scott. It looked like they were down. The Bobcats need to come back and get a score.
And this is a kind of game close like this where it could come down to a kicking situation.
Exactly. So the Bobcats. We'll be right back after telling you the score. Oliver Springs 27, Scott 21. Back now after a big 80-yard touchdown screen to Zachary. And the Bobcats in the two-point conversion, they're only up 6, so. Squib kick again to Carmichael. He'll pick it up and run. Break a tackle, shake off, and drag down into Scott territory. Big play by Carmichael as he picks it up, shakes off tackles, and gets down to the Scott County 46, so a big play.
Well, Bobcats have been winning the field position fight tonight, but God, the big plays hurt them and the penalties. They need to get back on track and put something in here.
Yeah, they're gonna start the fourth quarter, have the ball, great field position. A touchdown here would be real big. We'll be right back with the score. Oliver Springs 27, Scott 21. So here come the Bobcats. In a tight football game. Let's see how they react. It hadn't been tight in the fourth quarter. Miller running. Breaks a tackle and picked up about a yard. Bobcat shaking up, actually picked up about 3 on the play. Robinson shaking up just a tad on the play. We'll take a timeout. 27-21 Bobcats. Not her on the play. Chris Smith joined us. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing all right. How about y'all?
Playing for Texas Tech, Tennessee Tech, excuse me. How's that going?
Oh, it's going all right. It's interesting. It's a new experience. Just enjoying the Bobcats play football.
That's right. That's good to see all the Bobcats alumni come back, support the team. Again, we'll have a sweep. Miller using some speed, follows his blocking, cuts, gets inside, down to about the 48. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 2.
Real close to first down. And Chris leaving the booth. It's good seeing him again.
Yeah, good. He made some big plays. The big play stands out of my mind. The playoff game that, well, it was the game beginning of the playoff against Webb, returned the first kickoff for the touchdown and set the tone. It's going to be 3rd and 1 and 2 for the Bobcats. So need to pick up this first down and keep the clock rolling.
Big run there, get outside. They need to pick up this first down. I think they're going to keep it on the ground. Miller shaking up tonight, but still running hard.
Exactly. I think he is definitely eclipsed the century mark, but not as good as last week's game. But you're not going to have that every week. The Bobcats have done a good job to show that that's not all they have. And Miller will fall forward and pick up the first down. Good job by Surge by the offensive line to go right up the middle and pick up the yardage they needed.
Robinson back in there now. He seems to be okay.
And then the chains will move, and the Bobcats are at 1st and 10 from the 35. It's 10.5 minutes left to play. Oliver Springs up 6. Touchdown here would be real big. Again, up the middle to Miller, shakes a tackle, dragging, and Phil. I'm noticing something. Scott's not getting off the ball as well. They've been on defense a lot. Oliver Springs really starting to assert themselves.
Even though they're still in this game, they got the big play, so the defense still didn't get to rest. And they probably are a little worn down now. The offensive Bobcats starting to take over a little, starting to get off the line better.
Pickup of 6. We're under 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, so the Bobcats continue to maintain possession of the ball in the second half. Miller. It was stuffed, but creeped his way forward and gets close to a first down. Miller is just, the strength has really, really helped him. Stopped initially, but put his head down and drove. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 to 3.
Once again, another big 3rd down situation. They've been picking them up, though, and they'd like to see him pick up another here. They definitely would be in good range for field goal if they get this first down here.
Exactly. They need to maybe try the sweep, but let's see what Coach has in store. He'll go up the middle. Eric will fall forward. I think he has it. It looks good, but we'll see.
It's really close. And if it comes to 4th down, they're at about a 42-yard field goal. They probably go for it in 4th down here if they didn't get it.
Timeout for measurement. First and 10 Bobcat. Under 9 minutes left, and the Bobcats have picked up 2 big first downs and are driving.
That keeps the clock moving too, Brent.
Exactly. And like I said, the Highlander defense been out there, I know, at least 12, 13 minutes. They have got to be tired. Most of these kids, I know, go both ways. And if Eric shakes a tackle, Miller, following his blocking, has a tackle, breaks the tackle. Big gain for Eric. He's got about 8 on that. As I said, the starting to slip tackles.
And it's a big break when your quarterback and running back don't play both ways. They just play offense. That way they get to rest a lot. And you can see it here as Miller's starting to take over in this game.
It's a 9-yard gain. And this is what the big offensive line, Coach. This is what you want when it's power time in the close games. You need this, and this is what he wants. And the clock running, the Bobcats driving inside the 20.
It could be a big confidence builder to win a close game.
Exactly. You want him to know how. Miller up the middle, should have his first down. And it is a first down. So the Bobcats have had the ball all of this 4th quarter. 4 minutes and counting. Scott's going to have to come up big. Pitch to Miller. Miller hit. And maybe a yard on the play. But the clock continues to run for the Bobcats as it's going to wind down for 5 minutes with the ball.
Almost 7 minutes left in the game here. They're definitely in scoring range. We'd like to put them in the end zone there. They need a nice play here to have a short 3rd down.
Exactly. You want to keep that clock moving, though. I mean,
they've gone more to the ground. They've stopped throwing the ball, and that is to keep the clock moving. But passing game's been successful tonight.
Jones, good play to throw it away. Jones looked on the bootleg, did not have it open, and just threw it away. Good job. That stops the clock with 6.5 left to go, 3rd and 9.
Real good show maturity there by Jones to just throw that ball out of bounds and not let anybody get their hands on it. Real smart because he was going to lose yardage here.
So the Bobcats will have it 3rd and 9 from about the 15. So it's hard to slant may work. I don't know. It can be a tough call here for the coaching staff. As he will go back to pass. Set up a screen.
Eric's out there, has some blockers. Breaks a tackle, has another tackle, and he will score! No flags, great play. The screen, there was a big pile up. Eric emerged out of it. Touchdown, huge play for the Bobcats.
They're going to go for 2 here, Brent, trying to make it a 14-point lead again. And wow, that's 3 touchdown passes tonight for Chuck Jones.
Yes, and that definitely put him close to this into mark. And it shows that the Bobcats can score other than Miller. As Miller has 2 touchdowns tonight. You can see the confidence in Chuck. Actually, they're going to go for 1. That was kind of a funny play. As Bobcats just look a little disoriented on the extra point attempt, but that's all right. With about half the quarter gone, up by 12.
The difference between 12 and 13 is not going to matter because they're going to score 2 touchdowns or they're not. That's why I thought they might go for 2 there. A 12-point lead and a 13-point lead is really not going to make a difference.
Good play by Eric Miller. He had it. I saw 74 was out there. Travis Robinson picked up a block. He broke tackles and scampered into the end zone. And now it's up to the Bobcat defense here to not give up a cheap, easy touchdown.
You just saw on the crutches, that was Tony Hirsch, who once again is missing this week with a broken foot. But good job by Kenny Bain filling in for him tonight.
Yeah, Kenny Bain stepped in great. Played great for defense in the first half. You know, it's got to be heartbreaking for him. It's his junior year, so he's got another year. But I'm hearing, we're hoping the best. He could be back, you know, for the last few ball games and the playoffs, hopefully. But the Bobcats, right now, in good shape, up 12 with a little over 6 minutes left to go against a good Scott team. As they are going to get the ball. And the Bobcats, a good return. So both teams getting good returns. As tempers flare over there. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Good field position for Scott. So the Bobcats need to come up with a big play. You know they're probably going to go to the air.
Yeah, they got a good return, and that's real helpful for them. Best field position they've had in a long time. But Bobcat defense, other than the big broken play on the halfback screen there, looking fairly well in that.
Yeah, they haven't given up just that play, basically. And Norton back in at safety. Carroll was a safety in that play, so the inexperience may have hurt him there. As Scott trying to get the right players in. So this is a big stand for the Bobcats. They look like they're going to throw the rest of the way. They will, and it's Kenny, complete. And he will go down to about the 30. So right now Scott using some good motion to get the receivers out.
Doesn't look like Alex Paquette anymore. He's throwing the ball well.
Exactly. They played a good ball game, and the Bobcats, they're knocking on the door. Still time left. You don't want to let them in the end zone.
This passing game has been a sore spot for the Bobcat defense tonight. It looked well at times, but just inconsistent.
Exactly.
I think it seems like the defensive backs are covering the receivers. It's the linebackers not getting their job done covering the running backs out of the backfield.
And Scott had too many men on the field. Is there a flag? Dead ball foul. Offsides on Scott. So again, a penalty here is going to back him up a little.
That's a big break for the Bobcats because Scott's moving the ball well right now, and they look good on offense. And a little bit of turnabout there because penalties have been killing the Bobcats tonight.
So a 5-yard penalty is going to make it 1st and 15. And they're sending 4 receivers out, so the Bobcats are thin, spreading them out. Pressure, as he's going to have to run, and he will be brought down. 81, Eric Lane. Terrific ball game tonight.
Eric Lane has played terrific tonight. All night long we've been calling his name out.
Oneida passes the ball a lot, so this is going to be a good test for the Bobcats if they have, seen it. It's the first time they've really seen a good passing attack and played well. It's hard to play with 4 receivers out. Under 5 minutes left to go, so the Bobcats getting closer. No gain on the play. And brought down. Keaton Sawyer on the tackle. Keaton kept it. Looks like he gained about 10. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So the next 2 plays are huge. Probably going to tell this football game as the clock winds down to about 4 minutes left.
The good thing about that is with them running the ball, it keeps the clock rolling, and with the 2-touchdown lead, that plays into the hand of the Bobcats.
Exactly, for the Bobcats. Got to be careful here. Complete as he'll be brought down, and Scott knocking on the door.
Once again, wide open over the middle. They've been getting open over the middle all night long. At least the Bobcats contain them, not letting them get the big play this time. Five-yard line.
They're at the 5, so it's going to be 1st and goal. So clock rolling.
I think they switch back to the ground here.
Yeah, I think they may try and run the ball here. Thrown touchdown.
Nice play. He was wide open.
Bobcats had pressure. They're going to go for 2. I don't know why. That's kind of regardless, but
I don't really understand why either. But the important thing is Bobcats are up by more than a field goal. So once again, Scott's going to have to get another touchdown. And with only 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, Bobcats move the ball a little bit, run the ball, run the clock. This game should be big.
It's going to come down to maybe how good an onside team the Bobcats have. Stuff that. So the Bobcats maintain a 6-point lead.
Really didn't mean anything, except for now that if they get a touchdown to tie the game, they need that extra point to take the lead.
Exactly. So it's going to be a crucial 3:20 left to go. We'll be back with the exciting conclusion. We're back with you. 3:20 left to go. Scott trailing. Looks like they're going to attempt an onside kick. Yeah, they've got their hands team in. And here we go. This is going to be big. Whoever comes up, Bobcats come up with it, they can just kill the clock. Scott gets it. It's going to be up to the defense.
It's important the Bobcats realize that this has to go 10 yards. If it doesn't, then they shouldn't have bothered touching it. Norton.
First down, Bobcats.
Good job,
Great.
Eric Norton, to hold on to that ball.
That's a clutch situation. Big play, Norton. 3 timeouts probably for Scott. I'd say a first down, and it's history, but you can't make a mistake here.
Norton hasn't been playing as much second half. We thought maybe he's a little banged up, but obviously not the hands because he came in and makes a great play there.
So a good fit for the Bobcats. 3:20 left. It's very, very good. I'm very impressed with the Scott County team. They can score, and they are not indicative of their 1-3 record. 1-2, excuse me. We don't want to count our blessings too early.
Premonition.
Miller stopped at the line. Got a couple. Timeout's going to be asked for. So 3:09 left, and with timeout, we'll be right back. Bobcats leading 33-27. Back with you. 2nd and 8 for the Bobcats. 3:08. Need to pick up a first down. You really don't want to give Scott the ball back. Pitch. Eric comes outside, has a hole, breaks a tackle, and will pick up a big first down. No flags at about the 32. A big play for the Bobcats. Now the clock will stop, but 4 new downs. That may have been the straw that broke Campbell's back. I don't know. Phil, as the clock will continue to roll, we will say we'll hold off on that one, but big play by the Bobcats.
And this is where having a fresher team helps you. Miller not playing 2 ways, stays fresh. The defense for Scott's going to field a lot in the second half, a little worn down. That helps you out when it comes to the end of the game in a close game.
Clock should be rolling, and it's not.
I think he's drug out of bounds on that.
Behind the power eye, Eric winding his feet, picking up yardage.
And some young kid lost a helmet there. His head's not still in it.
Lost his head or a helmet.
Another nice run there by Miller, and that'll keep the clock moving there. And they're asking for another timeout.
No, they're going to get another playoff. So the Bobcats, 2.5 minutes left. They run about a minute after Scott scored, so. And driving. Scott now stripping, and if you don't get it, you usually miss tackles. And Eric hit, breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle. 1st and 10. Ladies and gentlemen, he is just.
That's the Eric Miller we saw last week. And really the power eye, which we haven't seen the first couple weeks, looks pretty good. And there's the timeout that Scott was looking for, trying to stop, trying to get the ball back. But another first down, it moves the clock, moves the chains.
2:16 left to go. Bobcats 1st and 10, 4 down. Scott with 1 timeout, so if the Bobcats can get 1 more play, they use a timeout, or they'd probably wait and try and stop it late. But that's huge. Phil, next week we'll look to Oneida, who does throw the ball a lot. And, of course, the Bobcats have been tested tonight at the pass. Screen pass, busted coverage, not bad. Otherwise, the Bobcats have put a good pressure on the quarterback. But something to work on for Coach Johnson.
Yeah, McCarter did a good job tonight covering. Carroll also. And it's good that we get that look early on because we really haven't seen a team come out throwing the ball a lot. And that would help going into next week's game.
Coaches have really been able to, you need to see it to learn how to defend it. And these guys need to see it so they know what to do. And they've seen a lot. So I think next week they'll be better prepared. So this has actually been Seymour was great for the Harriman game. Scott stays on his feet and drags down to about the 1 on a great run. He is just.
Miller, he sure runs with a lot of heart, doesn't he? I mean, he's always just getting that extra yard, working real hard. He's always quick to give credit to that offensive line, but you know what? He better give himself some credit. He earns a lot of extra yards.
That was a great run. I want another touchdown. Let's stick it in here. We'll not have to worry about anything. They'll go to power I. 1st and goal from the 2. Bobcats threatening to put it away. Scott trying. Miller airborne to the inch line. A minute and a half left. 2nd down. Timeout Scott. So the Bobcats definitely going to get 1 more play. 2nd goal from the 1, Phil.
Last timeout, too.
But you got to Coach Johnson, even though he gave up the touchdown, the kickoff return was the big play in that because he gave him great field position. Bobcats have had the ball almost 25 minutes in the second half and just have really kept it away from Scott, not giving them the opportunities. We'll be back after break. We need to give Jeff a break. We'll be right back. Here we go. 2nd and goal from the 1. Miller got hit hard as right now Scott just teeing off.
That doesn't really hurt you because that just lets the clock run. So, you know, no harm done there. Now you still have a third down to punch it in here if you want. And plus, with the clock running, they're going to have under a minute to work with. I really don't see the Bobcats blowing this game.
Bill, I see a good play right here. I say quarterback sneak. The surge, they're teeing off on Eric right now, and you could probably sneak Chuck into the end.
And it might happen. They used the quarterback sneak out of the power eye earlier in the game. It worked well, but looks here like they're going to hand it to Miller. He's punched around. He's not going anywhere. Big play by the defense, but once again, the clock's still moving, and they should let this run all the way down before they do anything. A field goal would ice this game anyway, but you don't want to take a chance of a block. I think coach is going to let this clock run down close and then call timeout and make a decision. They're going to have to snap it one more time. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Definitely not going to leave them much time at all, but sure like them to put something in here. Don't want to do anything stupid though.
So, well under. Here we go. Miller. But there's going to be time for one last play for Scott.
Not bad. I mean, they didn't get the touchdown, but took a lot of time off the clock, leaving them 6 seconds. Probably just one play left.
I don't.
Has to look for the pass here. Be safe.
I say you put a lot of players back, and just he'd have to score on this play. There's no second play. And I don't think coach really he tried to score, but he's not trying to run it out.
Well, if he really was looking to score there, he would have thrown the ball on fourth down there. He wouldn't have tried to run from there. He would have pitched outside or thrown it. I don't think coach wants to run and score up anybody. He just wants this game to get over with.
So here we go. The important thing is don't let anybody get behind you.
Not really rushing much.
Last play of the ball game is he'll go back and throw it. And intercepted by Norton. And here comes Norton. Gonna take it down inside. Touchdown Bobcats!
Again, coach couldn't have drawn it up any perfect. Wow, what an effort by Norton. Coming up big in the last 2 minutes of the game. The big recovery on the onside and then the pick-off take back really took that interception from Lamb and runs it all the way back. Craze, I'm sorry. It runs it back for a touchdown. That'll end the game. If they'd have kicked the extra point, they would have scored 40 for the second week in a row.
Yeah, great job by the Bobcats. We're going to go down and get some interviews with some players as we'll tell you the score. Oliver Springs 39, Scott 27. See you next week at Oneida. Replay at 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with junior quarterback for the Oliver Springs Bobcats, Chuck Jones, after a 39-27 victory over a good Scott County team. Chuck, last week y'all ran the ball for 400 yards, threw a couple of times. This week Scott County came in, was stopping the run. You came in and just had some beautiful passes. What'd y'all do this week to make preparations for that?
Well, actually, to make preparations, we're going to try to run the ball, and most of the time, the only time that we're ever going to pass the ball is if they're stopping us on the run. Line did a heck of a job on pass protection. First of all, I'd like to say Travis Robinson, Chris Taylor, Randy Campbell, Jeremy Bean, and Brandon Davis did a heck of a job up front on the pass protection. The fellas made the plays on the football tonight, and we came out with a victory. We did what it took to win tonight.
Exactly, Chuck, and we just want to say that in the fourth quarter and late in the second, you guys just dominated the offensive clock and just warmed down, I think. But you had some beautiful crossing patterns, and we're just hitting them beautifully. Do you think that now y'all are in tune with the receivers, with your receivers, and do you think to look to pass more this season?
I really couldn't tell you. It just depends on what's working and what's going on with everything. You know, if we're running the ball, you know, I'd rather stick it in there and run out the clock and win and just run that way. It doesn't matter. Whatever it takes to win is what we're going to do this year.
Well, it's Friday the 13th, and here's our lucky 13, Chuck Jones. Chuck, we look forward to seeing you next week against Oneida, and have a good week.
Sure,
Congratulations. Thanks. We should be right back with Coach Johnson with some final comments. here now with Coach Johnson. Coach, a huge emotional win last week. You come in this week against a very good Scott County team. First start off sluggish, and you go to the passing game, and it worked for you tonight.
Well, I think, one thing probably hurt us, we came in after a big win, and it was a big win for us, no question about it. And we came into this game, and I felt like when I gave them a pregame talk that we were flat, and I felt like that, maybe the tempo would pick up and adrenaline start flowing. But, sometimes you're not going to play your best ball every night, and Scott County's got a fine football team. They turned it into a physical match, and they matched up against us quite well. And that's not something that we do very well when people match up with us physically. And of course, Eric Miller's a marked man. They're going to be after him. We have to do a better job blocking than normal because of what we do on offense. But Chuck Jones and the receivers showed that they could. We did have a passing game. They did a real good job. I don't know how many yards we picked up on passing, but it certainly helped us. We were able to make the linebacker get out, which we weren't able to do against Seymour, and that helped us open up a little bit more running room on these people. We didn't play our greatest game, but what makes me so proud of these kids, they did what they had to do to win.
Exactly. Coach, one more comment before I know you want to get back. It seemed to me Scott had tied the ball game, I believe, and 5 minutes, 14 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and from then on, you pretty much had the football the rest of the time. They had a couple of plays, but otherwise, you have to be happy with the time of possession and just being able to run the football. Were you pleased and getting after it in a close ball game?
No, I'm not pleased at all because a lot of the plays that we ran tonight, it's not things that I particularly like to do. I'm pleased that they were able to execute them, but we're going to have to be a physical ball club. If we're not a physical ball club, we're going to have to do a lot of ad-libbing and stuff, and you can't ad-lib football. You can't fake football. You got to play football, and we certainly didn't do as good as we need to do up front. Certainly did not, and I'm real disappointed in that. The kids had a great week of practice, and we came off the high horse real fast and worked real hard. And I just don't know what the ingredients are. We always, every time we play Scott County, it's tough. Last year it was overtime. We were fortunate enough to win that game in overtime, and this game right here, it was tough all the way. And you have to give credit to Scott County for they never relinquished. We got 14 points up on them at one point, and they came back and they made 2 on us, and so. Scott County did a great job.
Exactly. And a lot of penalties tonight. I'm sure you weren't pleased with that. But overall, I think the Bobcats got a good, tough, gritty win tonight. And next week, Oneida, who we've heard throws the ball out. And Scott threw the ball out tonight.
Yeah, Scott, we knew they were going to come in throwing the ball. We felt like we had everything taken care of, and we certainly didn't do a very good job. I think as good as we wanted to. We felt like we'd get a little pressure on the quarterback. We weren't able to do that. And so we had to back off, go to plan B, and cover. Because when you send somebody in there and you're not able to get to him, hey, you go back to plan B. You cover. And we had to play the tight end a different way, and that helped us a great deal. When he came down here and he caught the pass, they got their set up their last touchdown. The kid came down there and caught the pass. It was a real good play, and they got us out of our coverage on the tight end. There's supposed to be another kid pick him up, and we obviously didn't do it, but that's my fault and the coach and staff's fault. We've got to do a better job to make sure that they don't make these mistakes again. And, you're going to learn from it. And anytime you can learn a valuable lesson and win, hey, it's great. It's great.
There you go. Thank you, Coach. We look forward to seeing you next week against Oneida, and have a good practice. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach.
Thank you.
And that'll be all, wrapping it up tonight for a Bobcat victory. We'll see you next week. Replay it too. Thank you very much.